Okay, let's go. Dixon. It is recorded by a host or participant. Entry, yeah. How do I describe my entry, yeah? Shit. It's been a long time since I used my fresher stuff because I'm currently training with my weak candles. So I teach you my weak candles lah. Okay. So entries. Hmm. So basically how I entry, right? So there's SNR, trend line, multi-time frame, and then we have logic. Logic will be the most important fragment of your trading system. Why? Because without logic, you are not able to use any of this. Because each of these things, each of these instruments of trading have to be used very specifically. They have to be used very specifically. Sometimes you use a trend line. All the time you use multi-time frame. Sometimes you use SNR. Okay, and how logic is basically determining how price reacts. And from how price reacts, you are able to determine whether price wants to go up or go down. That's all. Okay. So the rules of trend line. Piece of shit. Piece of fucking shit. Why? Why? Why didn't it take my level? 1 second. Uh, Wait, 1 second. Okay. So first of all, I have many ways of manipulating how to entry in the market. Currently, right now, if you usually not a long time ago lah, bodoh lah, my Apple Pencil mati. 1 second. So I use a few styles of entry, and it all depends. It all depends on how price reacts lah, basically. So there's a different way to enter on the H4 and daily and weekly, and there is a different way to enter on M30, M15, M5. Okay, so the M30, M15, M5, I'm still getting used to it. Mana freshers. FF. I forgot what trade this was. Yeah, freshers, and then see. Okay, so I have a few ways of taking an entry. The first way of using SNR. Okay, so let's go to multi-time frame first lah. Sorry lah guys, it's been a long time since I taught entries. Multi-time frame. So back when I was showing you about this stuff, right? Like when I was asking you to do your storylines, right? You finally understood that when a H4 support breaks, it breaks because of daily or weekly. Okay, when a daily support breaks, it breaks because of weekly. Okay, so that is the first thing that you understood. Okay, but the thing is, right, how to write the trend? My favorite way of writing the trend is by using H4. I do not use H1 because to me this guy is unreliable. But some people use it and I respect that. Okay, you want to use H1? Sure, go ahead. But I don't. I choose not to use that because I've lost a lot of money trading H1. Okay, so I prefer to do my trades on the H4. Okay, so let's see. Let me show you something. The function of time frames. Function of time frames. First of all, you're going to have monthly, weekly, daily, for one, M30, M15, M5, M1. Okay. And so monthly is our 1 day time frame. What is 1 day? So you see, weekly will always be your current direction. Daily will always be roadblock or pullback level for weekly. H4 will always be your direction follower. Okay, for direction or your direction confirmation. Remember, if weekly wants to continue downwards, it has to break out the latest support that H4 made. If it did not break out the latest H4, the latest support that H4 makes, it means that weekly will not go. Let's say this is a weekly level, right? Price goes there, and then, sorry, before price goes to the weekly level, it created a support. If on this is the H4 view, okay? If price does not break this level, if price doesn't do this, it will go up 100%. But if price breaks this, it means that weekly direction has started. That is why H4 is the direction confirmation. If H4 breaks out in accordance and in a way where it follows the higher time frame direction, that means that H4 will, that means that the direction will continue. The direction will continue and it will follow, and the direction is valid. And then H1. H1 is just for me to precise my H4 level. M30, I don't use for weekly lah, M30. M30 I use more to my mini time frame compass. What the hell is this, right? Okay, later I show you. This shit crazy. Okay. Later I'll tell you how I got the entry here. Okay. I'll tell you exactly how I got this. zero float, super, ultra instinct level, and 380 shadow. Okay. And then M15 is my mini direction indicator. M5 is for H4 momentum, and M1 is useless. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, so what the fuck is all this? Okay, so this is why, right? This is why, this is what happens all the time in my mind when I'm trading. It will, these are the, when I'm trading, these kind of time frames will always pop up in my head. Okay, so what is the monthly saying, the weekly saying, the daily saying? So first of all, your direction, these three will be your direction. Will be your direction. You will have to follow them. So what the fuck is a 1 day time frame? Okay, so monthly, right? One thing about monthly is that, oh, it's flying, baby girl, it's flying. Let's go. Let's go. Please fly the hell out of here, man. But then there's still a roadblock here. There's a roadblock here. It can break, it cannot break. But if it breaks, goodbye, goal, goodbye. Okay, so I'm not the type of person. I'm not the I used to be the type of person who would like take here, take here, take here, like but and like take here. But I right now I'm training myself. I'm training myself to like TP at like 100 to 200 pips. So like you won't actually see me taking entries here, 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 and like holding it all the way to the top. Even though that's actually a good thing to do, lah, right? But I don't really do that for now because even though I can, because I've gotten entries here, I've gotten entries here, I've gotten entries here. No, I over here I didn't get. I got entry here, I got entry here. But then later you see me lah, later you see me like 100, 200 pip, later I TP. Why? Is because right now I'm fulfilling my teacher's wish. Fulfilling my teacher's wish. My teacher told me to grow 10 USD to 1M. Okay, so I have no time. I got no time to hold and all that. So when my 10 turns into 30, I TP. When my 30 turns into 100, I TP. When my 100 turns into 300, I TP. Yeah, like that lah. Okay, so right now I'm on a mission. Okay, so you won't see me holding really long entries. Okay, so like later when my mission is done and I tell you all lah, my mission is done. Then later I go back to holding my entries. Okay, so back to whatever the fuck we were talking about just now. Wait 1 second. Wait. Do you see monthly? So in the last session, I talked about how to determine direction. So there is first touch, the first touch of a level. There is freshers, okay, and there is also trend line, okay. And there's also closing, okay. There's also closing, and you see, this is a fresh level. Right. This is a fresh level. And the monthly closed above this level. So logically, right? Logically, if the monthly close above this level, it should bodoh lah. How come my Apple Pen cannot use? Piece of shit lah. Okay, wait. Hey, I am getting fired up, you know. Can you cannot use? Okay, you guys wait for like 2 minutes lah. I play my phone first, see my trades. My Apple Pen is making a fuss. Ugh. Okay. So, explaining about the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame is actually the strongest time frame in the world. It is actually the strongest time frame. But the monthly, I call the monthly a sleeping giant. Why? Why do I call the monthly sleeping giant? Because the monthly likes to sleep. It pretends that it's not there most of the time. But when the monthly decides to wake up, this happens. This happens. Okay? This happens. But the monthly most of the time is sleeping. It just doesn't do anything. And so logically, right? Logically, when price has closed above this SNR over here, of course it should fly up there, right? But why didn't it do it? Because monthly is not the main direction. The main direction is weekly. The main direction is weekly. So as you can see inside there, what? Inside there is this level. Okay. Price tested here. And then price went down. Whee! Okay. Easy shit. Okay. So this is the one of the moments in life where monthly decides to sleep. So most of the time, I just disregard monthly. Why? Because weekly is the most important. Weekly is the most important. Because if weekly says sell, if monthly says buy, weekly says sell, you sell or you buy? I ask. You must sell or you must buy? Hello, hello, hi,
Sell.
hello. Sell, exactly. Why must you sell? Monthly say buy, how come you say sell?
Because like you said, the weekly is more important because it's the immediate direction.
Exactly. Smart. Weekly is everything. Okay. Weekly direction is everything. Once you have a whole of the weekly direction, you can hold your trade from here, and then you can entry here again, you can entry here again. All this kind of entry, this can be all I have already. Okay. I've had those kind of entries already, my ITP already. Okay, you can see lah later at my history or whatever. Okay. So yeah, weekly direction is king. Okay. But okay, so over here, right? Over here, weekly say you want to go down. Okay, it's going. I think today is going to be a long session for all of you. Okay, so over here, weekly say it wants to go down. Voila. But inside there, you forgot that what? There's also daily roadblocks, my friend. There is daily roadblocks. There is this motherfucker. Okay, there is this motherfucker. Okay, there is also this motherfucker. You know, and then there's also this guy. There's also this man. Okay, so you see, if monthly say buy, weekly say sell, daily say buy, you buy or you sell?
Buy.
Buy. Why must you buy?
Because the daily says buy.
What
And
is
it's
it?
immediate.
Hello?
I said because the daily says to buy and the daily direction is the most immediate direction that we're working
Yeah. You must focus on the latest direction. Okay? Monthly, the only time monthly will function is with everyone says buy. If all of the time frames are in agreement to monthly, then the giant wakes up. Only and only if all the time frames are in agreement with monthly. Only then monthly turns into the devil and everything breaks. Okay? That is the only time monthly is functional. But if everything else, most of the time you just consider weekly. You just consider weekly and daily. Weekly and daily will always be your main time frames to determine what the hell price is doing right now. So if price is flying right now, you better believe it came from one of these two time frames. Like right now, and one level can be used times only. This level, first time, second time. Okay, and then this, no, sorry, no, this one is not the best one. Let me show you a weekly level. Oh, it's flying! Let's go! Woohoo! Okay, this one. This level. This level, a level can only be used 2 times. This is the first time it's been used. This is the second time it's been used. And then it broke out. Okay. Let me see if daily used to have. Why exactly it fly from over there? Why? It's because this level, ta-da! And then after that, it broke out the daily. Broke out the daily. Boom. And then retest it here. And then go up again. And then inside there, there's a lot of H4, the entry H4, 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 H4. H4 is the best way to follow a trend. Okay. So right now, daily, I don't know what the fuck monthly is saying. Okay. But what is monthly saying? Monthly say buy. Monthly say buy. Why? Because this is the third time. This is the second time the level has been used. So it's valid. And price closed above. Weekly says nothing. Weekly doesn't say buy, doesn't say sell. Why? Because it reacted to an invalid level. So weekly says, I don't know what the fuck weekly says, but daily says buy. So monthly and daily are in agreement. Okay. So yeah, weekly is still indecisive. But as of now, daily, as I said, if daily say buy, you buy. And now daily says buy. So when daily says buy, you buy je lah. There's nothing stopping you anymore, my friend. And then this also just broke out on this level, right around there. So price return there, broke out, pull back, go up again. So this could be your targets lah, over here or over here, this level. Okay, so that is an in-depth explanation of time frames, of the higher time frames. Now, what about the lower time frames? What about the monthly, weekly, daily? Settled. Okay, monthly, weekly, daily, done. 1 day time frame. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe one day, maybe if monthly say buy, maybe one day you'll buy, Monday it won't. But if it does buy, it's going to break everything. Weekly will always be your current direction. Whatever the fuck happens, you are going to put your life on weekly. Weekly will be your everything when it comes to trading. Daily, roadblock pullback level, or for weekly, or also for current direction as well. When things are not clear, just follow daily. Okay, current direction as well. Roadblock, pullback level for weekly. If let's say weekly say buy, right? Weekly say buy, it's supposed to go up there. If it go down, better believe it's go daily to daily and then go up again. Okay. And then H4, direction follower. So what the hell is a direction follower, my friend? Okay, so we look here. You see how many H4 setups happen? And right after a H4 setup, a big movement arrived. Over here, down here, I think there's a trend line down here, I think so. But later I check down there. Down there, I don't use H4, I use another thing. But later I'll tell you. Okay, so over here, as you can see, over here, there's a lot of daily to daily, daily to daily to daily. And then over here, there's another daily. So this one is actually H4, right? But I remember it being a daily setup. Look here. Yup, daily setup. or whatever lah. So what happened over here was, look very fucking closely. Price goes up, makes this level, takes this level, goes up again, takes this level, and then price goes down again, takes this level, and then goes up. I repeat myself again. Price makes this level. Okay, I repeat myself again. Price goes up. Price goes up. Makes a hidden base, makes a gap level, takes this level daily, so it has to finish at daily up here, and then price goes to this level to finish off its another daily, and then it goes up one candle. Easy. Okay, daily, daily, daily. And in order to follow this, right, in order to follow this, you're going to have to use the H4. As you can see, what? As you can see, if daily say buy, over here is where daily say buy. This is where daily say buy. You can see H4 makes a continuation. H4 makes a continuation. And over here, daily says sell. There's another set of H4. And then H4 makes another continuation. Okay, same, yeah. And then there's another one over here. You see? And then there's another one. There's another one over here. You see, H4 is meant for you to follow the W and the D. W and D will always be followed with H4. H4 will always be the most reliable time frame for you to follow the direction. Must follow the direction using H4. Why? Because H4 is the king of all time frame when it comes to following direction. It's better than any other time frame. H1 I don't use when it comes to follow direction. Because why? In order for the setup, in order for the direction to continue, H4 must make setup. If daily level, right, this is a daily level, but then there's no H4 setup after that, the price will do like this. It's gonna go sideways or whatever lah. But you got H4 level, immediately fly. Okay, and as you can see lah, you can see in your own eyes. Okay, you take this and then it goes down immediately. It doesn't waste any time when the H4 setup happens when after confirming the direction. Let's say daily says sell, and then another H4 sell setup comes, and it's going to go down like hell. Like you see lah over here, everything say buy, right? All the setups say buy. Look what happens here. Look what happens here. After the H4 setup here, I don't mark using like here, I mark here. Okay. After the H4 setup happens, immediately a huge fucking candle appears. After a H4 setup happens, and a huge candle appears. After a H4 setup happens, a huge candle appears. And again, and again, and again. So which is why I only use H4 to continue the direction. Okay? H4 is the best way to continue your direction, to take continuation setups. There's also M30, but M30 later I talk to you about it. Okay, so direction follower, direction confirmation. Right? Remember last session, it must break. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let me show you the weekly level. See this? Why did it break? It's a fresh level. It's perfect. Why did it break? So look closely at the H4. What level was made before it touched? This level was made before it touched this support. If price broke this support, it means that it's going to go down like hell lah. Okay, it's going to go down to the depths of hell. It's not going to go up again. Okay, because weekly says sell. But price decided not to break out. Price decided to fly. Okay, so if price decided to fly, it means that it can continue buy. It has to break out the level, the H4 level that was created right before it hit the higher time frame level. Okay, again. Daily level. What SNR was created before it reached the daily level was this SNR that was created before it reached it. Did it break? Did it break? Can someone tell me whether it broke or not? Did it break?
No.
It did not break. So if it does not break, it means that, and then it goes up again. It means that it rejected this level. It means that it's time to buy again. But if it does break this level, it will go down 100%. It will go down because H4 has already given way, because H4 is the gate to everything, the gate to direction. It is your biggest confirmation whether the direction has changed or not. So right now, this is what people say of like no buy hint or no sell hint. Yeah, this is the stuff lah. You say, why don't you buy? Because market didn't let me buy. This is the stuff lah. The market just did not feel like letting them buy today. The market just wanted to what? The market chose to continue buy. So the market didn't want to let them sell today. The market chose to continue buying. So you continue buy je lah. What's so hard about that? So your job as a trader is not to fight the market. It is to follow the market. You are supposed to follow the market. Whatever it does, you follow je. Okay? You're not supposed to think. That's why I don't believe in mapping. I don't believe in mapping. I don't believe in the false promises of people saying here, right? Or like they say here. Why? It's because market can just do this. It all depends on price action. It's all about price action. If at that level, price does a certain something that allows it to go down, it will go down. If price says that it wants to go up and break that level, it will go up. It will ignore you. Okay? So, yeah. Okay, so that's the explanation on H4. H1 is just to precise my H4 level. M30, I'll teach in a bit. Okay, M5 is for my H4 momentum. M15 is for my mini direction indicator. Okay. So how I trade? So there are a few ways for me to trade. There are a few ways. Actually, I see few already. Wait, let me see my trades. One second. La 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 68.4. It's not big. Oh my. Okay. So whatever many time frame. So how do I trade? How I trade is basically there is something called fresh and freshers. Let me see. Let me see my old students. The one I showed how I trade is there are a few ways of trading. Okay. First one, I use fresh freshers. Fresh freshers momentum. So let's say H4 setup, right? So for H4, let's see. This is a fresh level for H4. This one, I call it, this is actually a fresh level for H1, or I call it the freshest. Price goes up there, Price takes this level and then goes down. So what do I mean by that? See this, huh? Sorry. This level was a fresh level, but why didn't it reject over here? Because you precise it, you take it down to the HNS. You take it down to this HNS. Ta-da! So this is your fresh level, and this is your freshest level. And approaching the blue line, it has to do this. It has to do this, approaching the blue line. If it does this, right, you see, it has to be big pattern. So when it does this, it means that what? It means that it 100% would break. It will not break at all. Why? Because this happened. Momentum. What does this mean? This means that the momentum is slowing down. It means that the momentum is slowing down. So when the momentum is slowing down, it means that it is ready to reverse. If it is ready to reverse, it means that it's about to fly lah. Okay, if it's going down like this, it means that it's about to fly. That's the only reason behind it. 1 second. So what's about to do? Okay. So yeah, freshest, and on the way it has to approach like this. And for H4 setups is M5 for your momentum. For daily setup, same formula, freshest. You find H4, you find for daily setup, find fresh level on daily level. Another level, let's say if you want to sell, right, you find the freshest level above it. Okay, if you want to buy, you find the freshest level below it. Buy price and here part goes up. Easy. Okay, and then sometimes if price goes below it, it means that there is a trend line. There's a trend line. What do I mean by that? So what I mean by that is, I forgot already. I don't know I put trend lines. Where are you now? Entry. Lately, there has not been any trend line setups, let me tell you that. Where are you? There we go. So this is the fresh level. This level. And then the freshest, it's not freshest level here. Okay, but why did this happen? What caused it to like spike up just a bit? What caused it to spike up just a bit is this. Ta-da! The trend line. But how did I know exactly that trend line? So this is one that I call a second point hint. second point hint. What do I mean by second point hint? Okay, so okay, let me find. So let's say this is the higher time frame sell level, right? This is the higher time frame sell level. Okay, and you see that there is a point over here. Let's say my trend line will always be H4, always H4. Okay, it will always be H4. Okay, because H4 is the most solid time frame when you want to pull trend line or mark SNR. Okay, H4 is the, let's say this is time frame. Sorry. And then this one H4 is my trend line. H4. If there is a point that breaks the high time frame level like this, so this one is your second point for your trend line. You see here? It's just a regular daily, right? Just a regular daily level. But you open your H4, oh, you can see that this is your, what is this? This is your level. This is this. You can see that it does this. It does this. Like this. So it means that this one must be the second point. So price returns there, it will go down 100%. But provided that M15 gives you a good momentum lah. You see here? You see here? How does M15 approach that thing? Wow, goes down. Simple. Okay. And next is continuation. For continuation, that one is specifically divergent. Only for divergence only, you have the second point hint. And then next have the continuation. Continuation, the first and second point must have engulf. Engulfing. What is engulfing? Engulfing is basically when the body of a candle of a different color is, let's say this like this. Okay. And then the body of this pink candle eats up the shadow, the below shadow. Okay, so it means that engulfing already. Okay, here engulfing. This continuation trend lines must have engulfing. And then you have the breakout trend line. Breakout trend line still same, engulfing as well. And then breakout divergence also same, must have engulfing as well. Okay, very easy. And so for H4, as it approaches the trend line, it has to have a M5 momentum. Okay, it goes sideways and all that bullshit, and then it hits there. And then for D1 is M15 momentum, same thing, sideways, and then it goes there. Okay, next. So that's for freshers and whatever lah, the freshers, trend lines. Very easy lah, trend line is very easy. But then lately, right, lately the current market has not been giving a lot of trend lines. Like back in the day, right, over here, don't know lah why like that. Sometimes, right, that's why you must be good at SNR and trend line. Why? Because over here, there's a lot of trend line setups. Over here, there's a lot of SNR setups. Over here, it's both. Sometimes the market follows its moods. Okay. If it decides to give you trend line setups for days and days and days, it will give you trend line setups days and days and days. If it decides to give you SNR setups again and again, it will give you SNR setups. But if it decides to give you a frenzy of both, they want to give you trend line, they want to give you SNR, like that lah. Sometimes it's just like that. Okay, so over here there is no good examples. Why? Because trend lines don't appear lately. Maybe it will start appearing again when price reaches this level, Who knows? And so last but not least, this is how I use my M15. First of all, this is how I use my M15 and M30. My M15 will be my direction indicator, and M30 will be my direction follower. So that was the higher time frame. Now it's on the lower time frame. Okay, you see, after this you're going to have a lot of questions. But the thing is, right? The thing is, don't ask me questions. Go practice first. Okay. Once you practice, right? Once you practice, the questions will slowly disappear by itself. But if you practice, then you still have questions, you can talk to me. Okay. So first of all, what I do is I find a fresh level. One thing that you should understand is weak candles. What are weak candles? Weak candles are candles that have a long wick but a short body. Okay, these things are very powerful. So look here. This is a fresh H4. What I'm going to observe is I need to make sure what? So it's not good. So this one is H4 level. Open M15. When you open the M15, what you got to make sure is this level is broken out, this gap. Gaps are actually very special. But I don't want to explain them. Okay. Gaps are very, very special. Okay. If the gap breaks, it means that it will go up. It will go up 100%. It will go up. Okay. And then so the M15, when the M15 gap breaks, so you open M30, you open M30, you take the entry. Over here, there's a HNS entry. Price over there. Easy. And so next, see here. Over here, this level, see M15 breaks. Boom. This M15 is broken. So now you open M30. This candle is a weak candle. Over here is where you entry. Wait for the pullback, take entry. Boom. Go down. Always, these things are very powerful. If an SNR has this candle, focus on this candle. Focus on the SNR. So M15 gaps will be your direction indicator. If the gaps do not break, it will not reverse. It will not follow. Basically, everything is like your H4 lah, but on the lower time frame. And your M30 is to entry. We see again. This is deeper, some really deep stuff. See this? Level. Open the M15. This breaks, right? Now you open M30. M30 takes this level. Price takes that level. Why? Why specifically that level? Is because this HNS level has a weak candle. The strongest candles in the market. Price returns there, plays a bit, and then goes up. Okay. Oh, so now I've explained everything already. See, so what? How did I get this trade? How did I get this trade? I closed already, by the way. How did I get this trade? H4. H4 is a fresh level. Hasn't been touched before. I saw the M15 broke. And then what I did is basically, this candle is a weak candle, am I correct? M15 broke in this candle. So this candle is a weak candle. So I mark here je lah. Ta-da! This is basically SNR. Mark here, boom, 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 goes up. That's how I got that zero float entry. Basically, I saw that it was a H4 fresh level, and then the M15 gap broke, and then I saw the M30 retest on and find the M30 gap or find the M30 weak candle. And then price take that, and then you fly. That's this shit is the holy grail shit lah. It never fucking floats, bro. Sometimes I want it to float, but it just does not let me float, man. See, I show you again. Where is it? Not fine lah. Ikut, kan? Yeah. Yeah. So look here. See this? The gap broke. So open your M30. Just take this level. Gap candles can have two forms. Either this form or this form. Over here is this kind of form, the second form. So price takes this level. Very, very simple, very easy. Oh. No, it's not simple actually. It takes time for you to understand. You're gonna have to watch this video again and again and again until you get it right. But this, let me tell you, once you understand whatever the hell I'm teaching you, you're gonna be a millionaire. It's gonna be so quick. So fucking quick. Let me tell you that. Because I just taught a friend and he makes so much money now. And I just taught him a week ago, man. Ugh. Okay. So that's all for me blabbering today. Crazy? Hey, you guys are giving me reaction a bit.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, man.
Was
But
it
you know,
crazy?
as usual, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's good knowledge. Good knowledge. So as usual, I have questions.
Of
Right.
course.
But I'm not gonna
I
bombard you
expect
with
nothing less.
questions.
Okay.
But yeah, I got two questions today. So
Sure.
about compression. Are there like maybe different types of compression? Because sometimes it's like
Yes, there are different types of compression. So when it comes to compression, right, you got to see. So basically, you have a few weapons now. You have trend lines. You have, and so basically, you understand the logic part, right? I didn't explain like logic, like this is logic. No, logic is basically logic is following the breakouts. Yeah. So basically, there are three types of compression. This, or this. Okay. This one is the regular one. This one is the normal. This one is it goes up, compression, goes up again, and then goes down. And then this one is, I call it the big pull. Before it reaches the level, it pulls back so fucking hard, and then it goes up, and then it will go down. These are the three types of compressions.
all right, makes sense. Makes sense. Then hello, are you there? He's not audio today. Is it just me or can anyone hear Arif?
No, it's not talking. I think he
Oh,
might have some problems with his audio.
Hi, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So my laptop died, and so we gotta continue on my iPad. Yeah, so those are the types of compression. So yeah, those are the types of compressions. So there is uh this is why I don't like teaching, it takes a lot of effort, and this isn't even the worst part yet. Later I'm gonna have to answer all the questions, but it's okay. If all of you turn into millionaire, I'm very happy. I'm a very happy teacher already, but you all must turn into millionaire lah, okay, please, thank you. So so you see over here, da 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 goes down, da 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 goes down, or big pull. These are the three types of momentums, okay? Or the three types of compressions, okay? And yeah, so what you got to remember is, first of all, direction. It's not complicated. I'm just teaching you a lot of setups. So first of all, your direction. Okay? First of all is your direction. And then there is your what? The direction must be monthly. Oh, this is another recap lah. Okay? Monthly, not really. Monthly is like basically just keep in mind, but always weekly and daily. Okay? And then remember, follow using H4. So that you know about SNR, your fresh freshers, and then always know about your trend line. Right now, I can't show you the importance of trend line yet, because there's just no trend line setups right now. Okay, just no trend line setups right now. So later I'll show you the importance of trend lines. Okay, and so trend line setups, and then you also have what? You also have your lower time frame setup, just in case you want to scalp. This one is for your swing. This one is for your scalp. Okay, so this is how I scalp. I'm training using this right now. Okay, and then you need to know, that's all lah basically. Okay, and so always know about your logic. Always understand that breakouts is everything. If it doesn't break out, it means that it doesn't want to follow the direction. If it doesn't break out, it means that it wants to fight the direction. It wants to go somewhere else. Yeah, that is trading, bro. And of course you're going to have a lot of questions. Okay, but trust me, man, go into a cave for 1 month, practice this, and you'll be all right. Don't ask too much questions. Just go practice for a month. Okay, because if you don't practice, if you see, after practice, right, by practicing, your questions will just go away naturally. Seriously. Okay, at the end of the day, your questions will go away naturally. And sometimes my answers will not be the answers that you want, because I've been there before. I ask my teacher, I get the answer, I'm like, what the fuck is your answer, bro? I don't get it, But then at the end of the day, I only totally got it once I really practiced. So you guys just have to trust the process and co-practice. Okay. So if you want me to explain in depth, there is really nothing left for me to explain. This is everything. Okay. From monthly up until M5, all the time frames have their uses. Okay, all of them. If you didn't catch the H4 entry here, you can always catch the M30 entry here. You didn't catch the H4 entry here, you can always catch the M30 entry here. It is not hard, bro. It's not hard. Let me tell you that. Okay, guys. More questions. I need to make sure I clear it out with all of you today. Amadou, settle lah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. That answers it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
think it's thorough already.
how do you guys feel right now? Is it good? Is it bad?
I feel good. I feel good, cause like
Is
I
it
told
great?
you, right?
I need some
It's
fucking feedback, man.
you said what?
I need some feedback. Oh,
Okay, for me, basically, right? It's everything is way simpler now. Like you've really simplified everything for me. Because remember, I told you I've been doing some digging and searching and learning, but everything was quite complicated, right? But learning from you, like you really made it more simple for me.
thank you, man.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Thank you, man. You see, trading shouldn't be hard, bro. Trading should not be hard. Trading should never ever be hard. You know, when if trading is hard, it means that there's just something wrong somewhere. Okay, just somewhere there's something wrong. But if you want, you see, you see, Amadou. Ever since you see, let me tell you a little story, okay. Back in the day when I was still searching, my win rate was like 5%. But right now, I don't really focus much on the higher time frame entries. I focus on my M30, my H4 fresh, my daily fresh. I look out for the M15 gap breakouts, and then I just entry anywhere on the M30. My win rate is always 100. Always. I have never ever lost. And I grew my account from like 7 USD to like 120 USD in like 2 days. Just for fun, you know. So you guys have to understand the power that you guys have now, man. It's so simple. Like, let me tell you, if you guys can find a teacher who teaches simpler stuff than me, I'll give you back your money. No, I'm kidding. I won't give you back your money. No lah. You know, because that shit, it's so hard. You see, you'll never find a teacher who teaches with this much care and this much simplicity, you know. And I'm really, really glad that you think that the way I teach is very simple, because you see, this is my hard work and effort for the past almost like around 4 years of me trading and finding a lot of teachers. So basically what you're getting is like the best bits of a lot of Malaysian seafoods in one. I just taught you like 4 techniques already from the higher time frame, because I remember back then when I wanted to learn storyline, I had to pay this teacher. When I wanted to learn SNR, I had to pay this teacher. If I wanted to learn trendline, I had to pay another teacher. So you basically got like 5 seafoods in one already. I teach you all the techniques already. Okay. Thank you, Amadou, for your response. Eldrick, everything okay?
I think it's a little overwhelming for me, but definitely because I need to do more testing, for testing, seeing it play out in the live markets.
It is very overwhelming. Now you understand why my sessions are very spaced apart and I give you guys homework, right? Imagine if I didn't give you guys a storyline homework, it'd be like, why the fuck is price bouncing all the way everywhere, you know? You see. So and also, Eldrick, you see, how do I say, it does feel very overwhelming, and it does feel like you see, you know that when I explain it to you, you might find it clear, but when you open the market, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is happening right now, right? I bet that's gonna happen. But you see, that kind of stuff, and it will go away on its own. Let me tell you that. It will go away on its own. You know, like, just practice and practice and practice. And my best bet is like, for people, you guys, I just use a demo account lah. Okay, just throw away that ego of making money. Focus on your day job, and but you practice your trading, and you see how much profit, what your win rate is. And once you've totally gotten an understanding, you go on your real account, you make a prop trading account or whatever, you know, and then you trade lah. Okay, so for now, put the ego aside and just trade. Make a demo account just for you to learn. Okay, learn. Because you see, one big mistake that people who give up trading make is that during their learning phase, right, when they're gathering experience, they tend to use a real account, and of course they have real emotions. And when that happens, trading turns into a traumatic process instead of a slow learning process, you know. So it's okay, Eldrick. Take your time, and bit by bit, front test after front test, you're gonna be great. Okay, you are going to be great. Let me tell you that. And you're going to make so much money you don't know what to do with. Like that time I went to LV. I went to LV and I could buy like what? I could buy 3 bags if I wanted to, but I just got a perfume, you know, because I was like, dude, you know, I felt pretty fucking gay if I got like a handbag, because I'm a man, bro. I'm a man with a beard. So like I didn't want a handbag. But let me tell you, Eric, once you understand this, life turns from 0 to 100 real quick. Okay, just take your time.
Yeah, I think for me at this point, it's kind of like I can see why things are happening like in hindsight, but when in the live markets, like there are so many different levels that it could bounce off. Yeah, oh, it bounced off here, and the one that I marked.
Exactly. You see, one way to do that is I just mark all of them and I see if the M15 breaks out the gap, because all levels are valid. All fresh levels are valid if the M15 gap breaks out. Okay, you get it or not? Okay.
Yeah, I
I
think this is kind of like one of the missing puzzle pieces, like from what you've been teaching. Because from what you've been teaching previously, it's H4 fresh, H1 freshers. And then I will be thinking, oh, how do I enter that? Do I just like set a limit order there? But then now it's like, okay, it's clearer since I can monitor the reaction of the 15 on M15. Then once it breaks out, then I can enter off.
Yeah,
M30.
M30. Very, very smart. And M30 needs to be the wick candle, okay? Remember that.
Oh, without that candle, you don't enter?
Without focus on those levels. Those levels always exist. Okay? You must always find those candles, because why? The wick candle is the king of all candles, bro. Let me tell you that. Okay? Later you'll see. Try front testing and back testing. Right, later you see. You're going to see that the wick candles are fucking crazy, bro. Let's say this is a level, right? This is just a regular what? Level. And then down here there is a wick candle. And this M30 again. So price, it will go here. So, and then go up. It will totally ignore everything. So on the lower time frame, focus on the wick candles. Not lower time frame, on M30. And yeah, to be honest, I realized that my freshers, it's good, but it wasn't truly complete yet. And after I learned this lower time frame stuff, I realized everything makes sense already. This level is valid, this level is valid, this level is valid, all levels are valid, as long as it breaks the M15. And remember, same thing goes to daily and weekly. If daily and weekly is only valid if, please answer correctly. Daily and weekly. If H4 breakout, exactly. And H4 or daily is only valid if what breaks out?
If M15?
Yes, smart boy, exactly. So at the end of the day, the market repeats itself in every single time frame. Every single fucking time frame, it's the same story. It always
So basically for every single level, you would want to monitor a lower time frame reaction. And if it reacts with a breakout, then you can enter off the gap.
Yes. Breakout is everything, bro. But all you gotta do is which time frame. You just gotta be able to play with time frames. This is where your logic comes in. Oh, I'm in the daily. Okay. I wait for the H4. Oh, I'm in the H4. I wait for the M15. You get it?
Yeah.
So it all depends. It all depends on what time frame. But breakout breakout truly is everything. Everything needs a breakout. If it wants to go into a direction, it has to break out first. Whew, okay, Sweta. Hi, Sweta.
Hi.
Is it? I'm sorry if it's very overwhelming. I understand, because if I were you, I'd also be like, oh my God, this is so cool. But oh my God, I don't think I can master this yet.
Yeah, see, I'm just thinking the same.
But it is really fucking awesome, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. I think I need to practice more.
Exactly. But then like you get a rough picture of it, right?
Yes, yes.
And like you understand that this thing can be very, very powerful, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, can I have some feedback?
Yeah, sure. I'll write it for you.
No, you can just talk, I don't mind.
Oh. No, I'll just write it for you. Since, I'll think about it and write it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's all for today, boys and girls. I've given you everything already. Okay. Everything I used to trade is all yours already. Now what's left is just for you all to practice. Okay? It's just for you all to practice. And once you guys have practiced well, you guys are going to turn into something that you've never even imagined before. Let me tell you the power of trading. Things go from 0 to 100 real quick. But you're going to have to endure what? What will you have to endure? Even after learning from the right teacher, you're going to have to endure 1 to 2 months of darkness. I've went through this before. 1 to 2 months of not knowing what the fuck you're doing. You're like, what the fuck? What am I doing? But how come he can do it well, but I can't, You're gonna have to go through that, because you see, that's what I went through when I was learning as well. I felt like, how come my classmates can do, I cannot? How come my teacher can entry at that level? I saw that level, but why didn't I entry at that level? That's going to happen for around 1 to 2 months. Okay, so in 1 to 2 months, this is what my teacher calls as going into a cave. You're going to have to practice, and you're going to have to be Naruto, You're going to have to sit in a cave and properly practice until you turn into a sage, Until you turn into what, Jiraiya Sensei, or you turn into what, God, Yeah. So you're going to have to endure this 2 months of darkness or hardship. You're going to have to play with the charts until you properly understand them. And it's going to take time, but let me tell you, it's going to be worth it. Because what you do now will determine how you live your life for the next 20 to 30 years. Let me tell you that. Okay? I'm 21 years old, and I have my life set up for me already. Thank God. Okay, I'm just 21. Don't think I'm 30, I'm 21. Okay? So, yeah. If a 21-year-old guy like me, and I'm sure I'm younger than all of you, can do it, I'm sure all of you can do it as well. And we are done for today. I wish you all the best, and we will meet in our refreshment maybe in a month, because I want to let you guys get a hang of the market first, use my technique, and then after a month we meet again. Okay? You're welcome, Ahmadu. You're welcome.
Thanks, Arif.
Yes?
Yeah, just saying thanks. Also, before we end, can I just confirm with you something? Because I just want to make sure that my line of thought is correct.
Okay, go.
So for example, right, live market now, it reacted to a monthly, right?
I'm not a fan of monthly. Right now to me, right? Okay, first of all, the current live market says buy. Why? Is because this is a valid monthly level. Okay, why is it valid? Because it can only be touched 2 times, okay? And this is the
So now this
second
is
time.
the second time.
Yes, if it goes over here again, it's gonna break like that. Okay? So, it's not break like that. It's just gonna go here lah. It's just gonna go here. Okay? So right now, monthly say buy. Weekly, nothing much. Why? Because it closed above. But this is not a valid level anymore, okay? The only reason it rejected was because of monthly, and of course, it's because of daily. Because daily is a fresh level.
On the weekly, it tested the third time already, right?
Yeah, but then why? But monthly is supporting it and daily is supporting it. Is in a state of what the fuck should I do? Weekly is just following them right now. Okay, but then later, okay, beware of these levels. So right now, daily and monthly says buy. Okay, weekly is just basically drifting. Okay, weekly is drifting. Okay, but there is a chance for it to do this. Okay, it goes there. Wait 1 second. How come lah? My Apple Pencil dies at the very last moment. There's a chance.
Actually, no, because it's reacting to a monthly support, so logically it should go up to a monthly resistance.
Yes and no. Remember, what can block monthly? What can block monthly? You see this? Logically, it rejected a monthly support, but why didn't it go to the monthly?
Weekly?
Why? Pandai, betul, yes. See? That's why I say, right? That's why. So basically, the buy, can end here.
So the target can be a weekly.
A weekly sell level, exactly. The next target can be a weekly or a daily sell level. These are the levels that you should watch out for. Okay?
Yeah, so before it reaches any of those levels, it should just follow the momentum and just H4 to continue buying all the way up.
But just do whatever H4 tells you to do, man. Seriously. You're going to see that later. Like if you start looking and forward testing, you're going to realize that H4 is everything. Okay, just follow H4 and you'll be safe. Let me tell you that. Okay? Just follow H4. Follow the H4 breakouts and you are safe. Very, very safe. No need to worry.
In this scenario, even if H4 breaks out to sell, even though daily is saying buy.
And no, that's not possible. Because H4 only breaks out when daily says that. That's H4 only breaks out support when daily says sell, when daily or weekly says sell. That's the only way H4 can break out support. Why? It's because H4 cannot act on its own. H4 is just a vehicle. It's just a tool for the higher time frames. You get it or not? Okay. H4 doesn't suddenly break out. It doesn't do that suddenly. If it does that, it means that there's a daily level or weekly level up there. Okay. Yeah. So all the breakouts happen for a reason. Okay, they just don't suddenly happen. You gotta understand that. So, but that one takes time. Okay, it takes time, and you're gonna be okay lah. You're gonna be okay. Trust me, you're gonna be okay lah. You're gonna be okay. At the end of the day, you're gonna be so fucking rich, man. So easy in your trading.
So at this point, it would be logical to just follow the daily buy breakouts, and then every time it comes back down to a H4 gap that got broken, then wait for the M15 reaction, and then just continue from there.
Just not H4 gap. Just find H4 fresh levels. Okay.
Yeah, H4 fresh level, and then M15 breakout.
Yeah. Yes. Precisely. Good boy. Smart. Okay. Like that lah. Like that.
Okay.
So just follow only. Like right now, even if that one is a scalping technique, the M15, M30 stuff, right? But sometimes it will go very, very far. So what my recommendation is, let's say you want to put a lot like 10 cent, right? 10 cent lot, right? So what you do is you put 5 and you put 5 cent and 5 cent. So after like 30, 40 pips, you TP your 5 cent. The other 5 cents you break even. You get it or not?
Yeah.
So because sometimes it goes really far, sometimes it just returns, you know. So that is the only part of luck lah that you need, you know. So yeah,
Okay.
so just you give me a
Understand,
tip.
boss?
Understand ah, good boy, awesome.
Boleh lah.
Boleh susah lah sikit nak faham awal-awal, tapi lama-lama okay. After this you're gonna be okay. Just give
Yeah.
yourself a month, just a few months, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, thanks, Arish.
All right, no worries, no worries. Kai's gone already. Okay, thank you, Vic, for being our host today. Okay.
No
Thank
worries,
you.
man. All good. All good.
Thank you, man. You're awesome. You're gonna be my permanent tech guy, okay, Vic?
No, I've got no problem with that, man. I've got no problem at all.
You get free recordings for life, man. Don't worry.
Thanks, dude.
Don't worry. Thank you, Ahmadu, for your amazing questions, and I look forward to seeing your progress. Thank you, Sweta. You've grown a lot from the first time you've sent me your screenshots. You know, at first you were like, "What the hell is this woman sending me?" Now it's like, "Oh, she's actually pretty good." You know, congratulations, Sweta. And Eldrick, you know, Eldrick, you know, right now you're gonna be confused, but after some time you're gonna turn into a god, because you see, the day I turned into someone, the day I understood the charts, you know, I didn't expect to understand it that day. It just suddenly happened, you know. So you just got to trust the process until that eureka moment suddenly hits you and like, oh shit, everything makes sense, you know. Yeah. Whee! Okay. So I'll see you guys when I see you guys, okay? Goodbye.
Hey, thank you.
Adios,
You're
amigos.
welcome. Take care, man. Take care.
Easy, guys.
Hey, time to sleep.